Welcome to the program, Ron Whitlock. Now, this is a story about cooperation. Lunch one day, Blackbeards were having lunch provided by Dennis Stahl, councilman, South Padre Island. He says, wouldn't it be great if the traffic coming out of Brownsville is able to be monitored some way during the upcoming July 4th weekend and keep from doing what they traditionally do, and that is they continue to turn right on red and they keep people from coming on from 100 out of, they back up all the way to Los Fresnos in some cases. So, communication led back to Senator Eddie Lucio, who suggested that we contact Commissioner Sofia Benavides. Commissioner Benavides talks to you, Mayor Joe Vega, and you took action. You had the police out there 10 o'clock Friday morning, July 3rd, and what happened?
Well, Ron, throughout our busy months, which we call them the pig months, June, July, and August, on the weekends, we have police officers working every intersection that have traffic lights. And the intersection of Highway 48 and 100, that is one of the areas that our police officers work. We have many tourists that come from Brownsville, from that area, that come and visit the island and visit Port Isabel during the weekends. And we make sure that we control those traffic lights, where we give everybody the opportunity to keep the traffic running at a certain pace. And we had an officer this weekend there as well, like we've had in the past. And we had the traffic was pretty steady this weekend. We had no congestion. We did have a little bit of congestion Friday due to an accident that happened on the bridge that stalled us back for about 30 minutes. We had people stuck on traffic for about 30 minutes. Other than that, the traffic ran pretty smooth this weekend.
So, 30 minutes wait from maybe the people backing up there on 100 out toward Laguna Heights, and that's not too bad. I mean, in years past, it had been as much as an hour or so.
Yes, but now, like I said, what we're doing now, we have we made a couple of changes. We have the lights on Garcia Street. Now we have them green at all times. So, and we closed the eastbound lane coming north on Garcia Street, where you can't make a right. We're detouring that traffic one block over to Tarnava Street, and it makes it a lot easier for traffic to flow.
So subsequently, we have cooperation going on between South Padre Island and Port Isabel. Obviously, the sheriff was brought into, because I think Sofia Benavides contacted Sheriff Lucio, and there's communication between him and maybe the constable's office. And it was determined, obviously, that you were the proper authority to do what you did, and 30-minute wait is not bad for July 4th weekend. That's fantastic.
Yes. Well, every time there's a concern and it's brought to my attention, I try to address it as quick as possible. And one of the things, we've been, the Port Isabel Police Department has done an awesome job working the traffic lights, monitoring traffic. Along with the Port Isabel Police Department, we also have volunteers from our fire department here that assist us with the traffic as well. So they've done a great job, and and we just want to make sure that safety is our number one priority, and that we keep the traffic moving at a steady rate, and also make sure that it's done on a safely manner.
Well, we appreciate the communication with Dennis Stahl, who is a commissioner of the South Padre Island City Council. We also appreciate Senator Lucio encouraging us by saying he wanted to particularly let everybody know that he was in favor of avoiding any congestion to eliminate any problem with people coming to and fro South Padre Island through your city. Now, there's been an attitude on the part of the citizenry throughout the years and over the decades that Port Isabel really like to have this line of cars stacked up mobile parking lot style coming through Port Isabel, because if that happened, then Port Isabel would get business. And I'm hearing from Port Isabel business people that that's not the case, because when the line of cars is stacked up in front of their business, there is no business.
And that is correct. When you're stuck in traffic, the last thing you want to do is get out of traffic.
Get out of line.
Get out of line and go shopping, and then come back in line and be stuck in traffic. You know, if you keep the traffic steady and flowing, people are going to stop and visit our grocery stores. They're going to stop and shop at our souvenir stores. They're going to stop and dine at our restaurants. We have some great restaurants here in Portersville, some great waterfront dining restaurants. We also have some restaurants that have been here in our community for many, many years, that many visitors, when they come and visit, they like to make a stop in those restaurants as well. You know.
And in reality, if you've been stopped in a line of cars for an hour getting from Laguna Heights or Los Fresnos, getting through Port Isabel, you're not going to want to come back after you get to the island because you don't want to get back in that line of congested traffic.
Exactly. Exactly. So
So
that's
it's a
why.
double, you know, it just doesn't work that way at all, does it?
Yeah, that's why it's important, you know, to keep the traffic moving, and so people could also have the opportunity to stop and and visit all the great things that we have here in Portersville. You know, we got some nice museums here. We have the lighthouse. We have two museums in Portersville as well. We have the best fishing in the world here, right in our backyard in the Laguna Madre Bay. We have some great attractions here. We have a pirate ship, dolphin watching. We also have charter fishing done out of this community as well.
Anything else you'd like to tell the audience here today that I might not have asked you as it relates to a question? Anything else you'd like to tell the
No, I
audience
just want to.
about not only the cooperation between your city? Why have you cooperated so effectively with your citizenry and with county government and with Senator Lucio?
You know, we have a great relationship with the county, with the town of South Padre Island, Laguna Vista. You know, we all work together, and we're all sister communities, and working together makes the job a lot easier. Yes.
So because of what we're talking about today, you are in fact in favor of the second causeway being built sooner rather than later.
Yes, sir, I am. I'm in favor of the development of the second causeway, and that's for two reasons. One, the second causeway is going to bring growth. It's going to bring economic development to the area. I feel that once the north end gets developed with the development of the second causeway, we're going to be able to attract more tourism to this unique community of Port Isabel. We have a lot of great things to offer here in Port Isabel. Like I said, we have a lot of history here in Port Isabel. We have the lighthouse. We have two museums. We have the best fishing in the world, the Laguna Madre Bay. We have some great waterfront dining in Port Isabel. We have restaurants that have been here for many years that people would like to come and visit and eat. We have some great attractions. We have the pirate ship. We have dolphin watching. Port Isabel has a lot to offer, and the more people that come and visit the island, the more growth that there is in the island, the more that the city of Port Isabel benefits. Not only that, what's important about the second causeway, that it's going to offer the city of South Padre Island an alternative evacuation route. In case we do have a storm, the island will have that alternative evacuation route that would allow the residents to leave the island. Instead of it coming through the Queen Isabella Causeway and it being bottleneck on the way out, they'll have a safer route as well.
Also, it's a backup for safety. The causeway has been knocked down. It didn't
Yes.
collapse. It was knocked down by a barge. And so when it was knocked down, there was no business at all going on, and there was no another bridge. Had there been a second bridge, then the economy could have continued to maintain itself, continued to exist, and the security and safety of the people on the island who were there when the bridge was knocked down, that would have been more secure. Tourists coming to the island will not have to worry about the causeway being knocked down a second time, because if they got a second bridge completed, then they've got that security blanket.
That's right. It would have made a difference if we would have had a second causeway back then during the time that the bridge collapsed. But that's another factor. We pray that never happens again. But if for some reason if the bridge needs to be closed down for maintenance reasons or something, we'll have a second route alternative to get in and out. But we pray that this bridge here will stay. The Queen Isabella Memorial Bridge will stay with the city of Port Isabel for many, many generations to come. This is the lifeline between South Padre Island and Port Isabel. the Queen Isabella Memorial Causeway.
And this program is a proper time and a proper opportunity, obviously, for us to bring up a third topic, and that topic, which we hadn't discussed with you in advance, apologize for that, is the fact that the Queen Isabella Causeway is 41 years old. It was built to be to last 50 years, so it's 9 years away from the time when it ought to be replaced based on how it was built initially. What do you think about that discussion?
Well,
That's something we need to be looking at to get funding and planning 9 years away to get the Queen Isabella Causeway restored or replaced by even a third bridge?
well, that topic is very important. Like I say, the Queen Isabella Causeway is the lifeline between Port Isabel and South Padre Island. You know, if for some reason, if the Queen Isabella Causeway is no longer here, it's definitely gonna affect our community. You know, and I know I've had talks with TxDOT and about doing continuing doing some maintenance work to continue extending the life of this bridge, and they've done some quite a bit of maintenance work. They come before the city of Port Isabel. They have given us in the past reports on what the life is and the maintenance that they've done and how it has extended the life. But it's important that we continue, you know, working together with TxDOT to someday either having to replace this causeway at where the existing location is at, or make sure that the maintenance continues so it'll last for many generations to come. Yes.
Tell us a little bit just for a moment before we go to a break about this facility, because this is just a little teaser. We're going to come back and do an entire program on the lighthouse and on this wonderful cabin. Just briefly, what will we be seeing in the next time we come to this position and this place and this wonderful location with your Port Isabel Chamber of Commerce coexisting, and try to do when we come back the second time to this cabin?
To this cabin right here?
Yeah.
This is a replica of the Lighthouse Keeper's Cottage. The Lighthouse Keeper's Cottage was built in 1850, and then just recently, not too long ago, we rebuilt the Lighthouse Keeper's Cottage as a replica. This is now the visitor center, where people that need some information about Port Isabel, about businesses in Port Isabel, all they have to do is just come out here to the visitor center at the Lighthouse Keeper's Cottage. It's on the grounds of the lighthouse, and our Jeannie Flores, our museum director, will be happy to assist you with anything you
Can't
need.
miss it. Just when you come up to the face of the Queen Isabella Causeway before you go across to Padre Island, you can see the little cottage right on the southeast corner of the property here, just outside the lighthouse. We thank you so much.
Thank you,
Mayor
Ron.
Bill Vega,
Thank you,
for
and I hope you
participating.
continue visiting Port Isabel.
Well, thank you. I always will. And appreciate you watching here today. Till next time, adios.